What's up, YouTubies? It's the Country CEO back in the house, man. Still out here, just musing along as I walk along my place here, thinking about the people aspect of the dump truck business, because you got to deal with people. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. It's all good in the neighborhood. Country CEO just simply trying to drop some game on y'all. So look, I want to talk today about the fear factor. The fear factor. On a recent live, somebody asked a question about the notes, and I thought that was a good question, and I said, I'm going to deal with that. Because I hear that, I get that a lot, and I get the reactions about the notes that you have to pay these days a lot. It's no secret that if you get a new truck these days, you're going to pay anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 a month. That's the bottom line. That's what it is. Some cases it might be $5,000. And, when you're new into this business, thinking about that kind of overhead, I can see where it might could frighten you. All right. I can see where you could be a little concerned. I'm not insensitive to that. But I think you have to come to terms with a few things in order to help you with the fear factor. Number one, if you know that God has called you to do this, and he's giving you the resources to do it, then you walk on faith. And when you're walking with God, you can't walk in fear at the same time. That's a whole word for somebody right there. You can't walk with God in faith and have fear, walk in fear at the same time. You just can't do it. You're going to do one or the other. You're going to be fearful or you're going to be faithful or have faith, one of the two. Number two. Number one, you know that God has called you to this, has shown you this, has given you purpose for this, has provided resource for this. You've prayed on this thing and you're sure. Don't let people talk you out of what God has shown you. That's a whole word right there. Don't let people talk you out of what God has shown you. Right? Because that's what people do. They talk. And many of them be talking loud, saying nothing. And they will talk you out of your dream by making you fearful and frightful of big notes. Let me tell you something. Let me keep it real with you. Your own mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, they mean well to you. But if you talk to them and tell them, yeah, Momo, my note gonna be $4,000, Momo might respond to you, what? Boy, you better not do that. But what you gotta understand is that Momo came through in a different time. So Momo's understanding is not going to be, she means well, she loves you. She's just concerned for your well-being, but she's not going to understand that level of business like that. And if you don't understand that, you'll tell Momo and Momo say that, man, you'll be ready to bag out. Oh, I better not try this, man. My grandma told me, because you value her word. But what you got to understand, Momo and Grandpa may not have the understanding of business on that level. They came through at a different time. It came through perhaps in the 50s and the 60s. Times were hard then. We're living in a different time now. So don't let people talk you out. You got to walk in faith, man. Don't let fear get in. The Bible says that God has not give us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. Number two, if you're going to make it big, you got to think big. Small thinking is killing us. In the book Gulliver's Travels, Gulliver was this giant who found himself shipwrecked on an island. I think the island was named Lilliputian, but he woke up to find out that about 30 or 40 small people had bound him to the ground. And Gulliver, being a giant, just laid there bound by small people, the Lilliputians. Some of y'all know that story. And here's what I've discovered: if that you're not careful, you'll be bound by small thinking. Did you get that? Right? And so you got to elevate your mind. You want to do it big, you got to start thinking big. You can't think small and want to make big moves. Ooh, did you get that? There's some nuggets in this video. You can't think small and want to make big moves, but you're thinking small. You can't be big when little got you, right? So you got to elevate your thinking. You got to get some inspiration and some motivation and come out of that small way of thinking. Don't let that fear take over and think big, right? All right. Yes, it's gonna be some anxiety. Yes, you're gonna have some legitimate concerns. Yes, you're gonna have the what if syndrome. What if this gonna go right? What if this gonna go right? No, man. Look, sis. Look, put your hand in God's hands. Do your due diligence. You got your money right. Covered all the bases, all this resources on this channel, this book, all the stuff I'm doing, all the stuff other guys are doing, and you step out there, man. Step out there, sis, and go for what you know. Don't let fear, because fear can be contagious. It could take over you if you don't get it under control. So I'm coming back to this very point before I close out this video. Big notes, yeah, they big. But if you're going to make it big, you got to think big. And big notes, I'm going to leave you with this. Yeah, the notes are big, but big notes make big money. You look in any industry, and you ask folks what the overhead, and I guarantee you, if that overhead is big, I guarantee you the money being made is big as well. Small overhead, typically, measured outcome of profit. But if you got some big overhead, then typically the money's big that you make too. That's all I got. Look, video been valuable to you. Hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got to conquer this fear thing. We can't let too many dreams being put on the shelf for another year and another year, or even put in the trash can to die, all because of the fear factor. People, our own insecurities and anxieties are killing our dreams. Let's get rid of that, my people, and let's go higher. I'm gone.